Now enjoying life as an assistant coach, Ali McCoist found the net 355 times for Glasgow Rangers. However, in 1993, with a place in the inaugural Champions League final up for grabs, the vital goal eluded him.
Heartbreaking. It was absolutely heartbreaking. You see, when you look back, that was a wonderful, wonderful campaign with some great players involved in that as well, and some great characters. The great thing about a club like this, you know, new generations bring up the new generation of players, and you know, and some more characters and some more great players. And this squad, this season, the squad that we have certainly made a mark and made an impression in the Champions League.
Ibrox inspired their 2-1 victory over Stuttgart on match day 1. The qualification dreams were raised with an eye-catching 3-0 victory away at Lyon.
I would lie to you if I say that after 6 points out of 6 you aren't thinking about qualifying then. Obviously you still have arguably one of the best teams in the world to play. You've only played the German champions, the French champions, you've then got to go and play one of the best teams in the world.
A hard-fought draw against the star-studded Catalans at home has left Rangers only needing a draw to make the last 16.
Lyon have to win the game to qualify. It was a tough game over in Lyon, make no mistake about it. It was just that we played very, very well and took our chances and scored great goals. If that happens again, we'll be thrilled to bits. They're at the top of their game just now and they've been firing on all cylinders. But they won't fancy coming to Ibrox. They will not fancy coming to Ibrox. I think our fans will be absolutely fanatical. They'll be well up for it. You have to scrape them off the rafters before the game. The atmosphere will be incredible. Our boys will be well up for it and we'll be going to win that game. He's world class, that Gignac. We've watched him a few times and we've studied his free kicks and his general play. He hits the ball in a very, very strange way with his free kicks, but talent, very, very talented. He's certainly one to watch. Benzema I'm a big fan of. He's top class. He will develop, I think, into a top international player. We could probably go through the team and name another 3 or 4. But do you know something? We've got very good players in our team as well.
A strong Euro 2008 qualifying campaign for the Scots has created an air of optimism in Glasgow, and now a distinctly local flavoured side have edged closer to the last 16.
Going back about a year ago, the town was dead when a Scotland game was on, but that belief's back again, and it's absolutely fantastic.
The old firm used to be full of foreign players, but now bringing young Scottish players through, and I think that's probably making the difference.
Because a lot of the clubs don't have the money that they had before, and I include ourselves in that category, we now have to maybe, you know, look to home to bring players through, and I think that's certainly helped ourselves. And you look at some of our boys, you know, we have now 4 or 5, 6 players in the national team. Celtic have got 3 or 4 guys, McManus, Brown, guys like that, Caldwell in the national team. And I think a strong old firm with its fair share of home-based players does create good news for the national team. I think in an ideal world, if we, you know, 11 Scotsmen playing for us and winning things, that would be fantastic. That would be great, but the fact of the matter is, you know, generally speaking, that won't happen. But there has to be an affinity between the fan and the player, I think. And I think in the modern game, that's slowly but surely diminishing, nearly invisible now. The fans have to have somebody in their team that they can relate to, and I think, you know, home-based players certainly give them that. There's no doubt about that. That squad of players in that dressing room deserve it, and it would be a travesty for us now not to qualify.